Hello to my sweet, sweet Virgos. It is AD with Chaos Tarot, and I'm going to be doing your November update, guys. So thank you so much for your patience. I wish I could individually thank every single one of you. My computer was broken, and I couldn't do anything. So that, I just so appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me. So yeah, so without any further ado, let's get into your reading. I will save my announcements for later so we can get into it, because I know Virgos will be like, oh my god, what's happening? And shout out to my fellow churchgoer. I'm so happy I got to see her in the nail shop. We got our nails done, and shout out to you. She's just like, did you post yet? And I was like, no, I'm working on it. So shout out to you. All right, and shout out to Holy Spirit Church if anybody, I don't know. That's just for free. All right, let's get into it. So I do sense a lot of victory this month, Virgo, particularly when it comes to your finances. All right, and I love the Six of Wands right here at the bottom of the deck, because that is what you should be feeling. You should be feeling like emerging victorious. I feel like, there should be progress that has been made, successful progress. You finally feel like in some ways you're moving forward, even if it's learning to let go of things that you can't control. It's a really kind of, it's very, I get it now. You're above a lot of matters that would have held you back, let's say months ago. You're just kind of like, I'm over it. I'm over it. I don't care. Look, yeah, and then we even have this Ace of Cups, and I just imagine that that's refalling in love with you and what it is that you bring to the table, and understanding that that is a gift. And you're a gift to be around, period. All right. 2 and 1. Last shuffle for Virgos. All right, let's see what is going on for our Virgos for November. Woo. All right. So Virgo, so the Queen of Pentacles was the first card that I saw, and this is your energy right here, and I think it's, again, waiting to receive. It was paired with the Seven of Swords. I just feel like there's something that's been hidden. It could be, honestly, hidden money. I really feel like this is more of a positive gift with the Star card that followed it, and it's going to move you forward. I feel like, you know what it is? I really feel like there are people talking about you behind your back, but it's really positive. It's really positive, and it's something that's going to move you forward. So for instance, it's people who are talking about you, if you went to an interview, there are people talking about you, being like, oh man, they had it, they did it, that person's a star, that person's a light. So I do see the Seven of Swords in a more positive energy, just as it hasn't been revealed to you, but people are thinking very positively of you and want to move forward with you. Yeah, with the Chariot here. All right, so we have the Hangman, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. Exactly. You've been waiting for some news. You've been waiting for something. There has been something that has kept you in suspense, all right? I do see you moving out of that energy with the Six of Swords to something more stable, to the Three of Pentacles. Again, I really feel like this is a work opportunity for a lot of you guys. I feel like this is manifested wealth. I feel like that this is if there's some sort of judgment period. This could even be if you've applied to a college, if there's some younger people in here who particularly applied to I'm seeing dance, particularly a dance place. It could be even Juilliard. Shout out to you. But I see somebody and they're just wow, this person is different. They have something to offer. And I really honestly feel like it's this era of where you felt there was a weakness. They really see it as a super strength for you, and what they're looking for to complete their team. What they're looking for to complete their, their team, their tribe. You're bringing something to the table that they know that only you can bring to the table, okay? And so I do feel like you're going to be moving out of this suspension, this looming feeling of what's going to happen next. I feel like for the first time, you're going to know what's happening next. You're going to know who you're going to be sitting in front of for the next, couple years or what have you. For some of you guys, I do feel like, and I do want to say that, for some of you guys, I do feel like this next job, this next period of time is transitionary. Yeah, I do see you eventually leaving. So if you end up getting into a new job, or you get this job, I do want to forewarn you and say that you might not be there forever, but it is a vital part to your steps. So even if you get a job and it wasn't your dream job, but it takes you it gets you closer to where you think you're going to be or where you end up going. It is a part of your path. So I would expect to be at this new opportunity for like 2-3 years max. I wouldn't get I wouldn't get into my Virgo loyalty bag just yet. Understand that this is a transition and you will be moving forward, and know that. I think that this is a step. And again, if you're dissatisfied with the situation because you thought that you were going to be elevated in some way and you're not necessarily, but you are learning new skills, or you're just out of the environment that you were in before, then it is a blessing. Do not fret. All right. It all is moving you forward. Okay. But I did want to give that message just so you know, because I'm sure that most of you, that was more of a confirmation. I'm sure most of you guys, if you started the new job, you're like, oh, I'm not going to be here for super long. Am I? No, you're not. You're only going to be there for a couple years, but you're going to get like the certification that you need. It's going to look really great on your resume. Whatever it is, it's going to get you to that final like pinnacle if you feel like you're not there yet. All right. Yep. And then we even have the Knight of Wands. So that's moving forward and charging towards your goals, your ambitions, your passions, all that good stuff, Virgo. I love it. All right. 3. Oops. Keep doing some more. So we have the King of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Devil card. All right, this to me speaks, the first thing I saw was ego. So this to me speaks about the ego. But I like the Two of Cups in the middle of these two, okay? Because I feel like it's marrying. I feel like you're marrying two parts of yourself, two aspects of yourself. Those things that, again, that I think that you saw as negative, you're actually finding out that they suit you in a very positive way. And it's like a coming together, right? You could be connecting with a Leo of some sort, or you have a Leo that you're dealing with from your past. It could be a past energy, like a Leo coming back to reunite in some way. Be prepared. Be prepared, Virgo. Anything can happen. It is November. Mercury's in it is November. It's Scorpio season. Mercury is in retrograde in Scorpio. Lord have mercy. So many messages coming through. But yeah, I would not be surprised if somebody, I'm just going to flash these to you. I'm not going to go into it because we're like, I haven't started yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if somebody from your past comes back and tries to like rehash something with you. But again, I just see you as way more work oriented right now. Yeah. And 1. All right. Okay. And here we go. But yeah, Mercury is in Gatorade, guys. So please be prepared, Virgos. Y'all get hit the hardest along with Geminis because that is your ruling planet. So if you do, just make sure that you react twice, okay? When you get some information, when you feel like somebody said something, or when you're processing information, react twice. Get a second opinion, because your initial response to things is going to be like, oh my gosh, think about it again, and they'll be like, Mercury's in retrograde. Everything is fine. I am not dying. I will do it again. But just be prepared for those mishaps and understand that you're not going crazy. It's just that time of the year. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, be prepared for all of that. All right. Speaking of, so we do have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, guys. So this has to do with communication. I am specifically getting Gemini here. But this is about moving forward in some way. All right. And it's followed by the 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, I do sense, yeah, some of you guys are going to be in a situation where you're going to be forced to leave something behind and move forward. Excuse me. And move forward. So I do see you guys juggling. For some of you, this could be like a breakup, a separation of some sort. For others of you, this is like putting in your 2 weeks. Like, you know, like if you are leaving, you finally are moving forward. Now you're like, ooh, it's going to be awkward for me to have to leave. Because you know how people can get when you do something, like when you move on, where you're like, hey, you know, I'm leaving, I'm getting a new job or whatever. And then just kind of everybody, yeah, I am getting like, there's a feeling of isolation here where people just kind of turn their back on you, where they look at you like different or funny. But it doesn't matter, because you're not even going to be talking to these people in T-minus 2 weeks or however it is when you start your new job. So don't let it stop you. But I do see that being an underlying energy. We're just like, oh man, I thought that people were more supportive than what they are. But people tend to be haters for the most part. I hate to say it. Not us here, not our tribe that we have formed. We're not haters. We are lovers. But other people can be haters. Haters do exist, okay? And haters are gonna hate, particularly when you're going after your passion and your goals. So please don't take the discomfort as a sign that like you're doing the wrong thing. Just let people be, you know, people People are people, okay? I always say Noah took animals, he did not take people, because they laughed at him for like 300 years, okay? And who was laughing when he was on the boat, you know, jetting out of there? That's all I gotta say. So keep it pushing, Virgos. All right, awesome. And the first energy we have is the Queen of Cups. Could be dealing with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, specifically hearing Pisces. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups to the Four of Wands, guys. Beautiful. The Five of Wands. The Seven of Cups. The Knight of Cups. So for some of you guys, this could deal with some sort of romantic, you know, thing that you got going. We got the Hangman making its appearance again, the Three of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. All right, so right off the rip, I do see that some of you guys could have the option to move again, all right, to move for some sort of career thing, orientation. Again, I do see a snag in the process. There's a snag in the process, and again, it's because of Mercury retrograde, and I feel like your period is going to be longer. Like, I feel like they wanted to hire you. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting for some of you guys, it's just like you're hired for the job. They want you there. And then they have to like push the date back. And so you end up where you are now a little bit longer than you had originally anticipated. Or you just have like a weird in-between state where you leave the one job and then you're just kind of like, for like 2 weeks or whatever, and then you start your other job. So I do see some sort of snag in the process, and I do sense some sort of waiting, but I see good news. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, with the Nine of Cups. So continue to follow your intuition here with the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So you're really being led to stability, groundedness, happiness. For some of you guys, it could even be marriage. I honestly am getting, particularly with this, you have a lot of suitors. Who are coming your way, and it's just because you're flourishing. This is just what happens when you're doing well. People come out of the woodworks, all right? Again, I'm sensing a Leo of some sort probably coming back and be like, yo, I apologize. I was wrong. Let me come back. And you just be like, you know, I'm about to move. Like, for some of you guys, you're literally about to be like, listen, I can't even entertain this if I tried because I'm literally about to move, right? So I do see that coming in, but I see a lot of options coming in for you because people just see you as very sweet, very loving, very open, and they just want to share. I'm just getting an energy of sharing with you, okay? So this Five of Wands, I am going to pull some clarifiers, but this Five of Wands to me under the Queen of Cups and the Hangman, again, has to deal with some sort of conflict. It can be miscommunication in this sense. Normally the Five of Swords is more communication, but I am getting some conflict, particularly in some information, like with what it's surrounded by. So a lot of Piscean energy. I'm hearing that you could be in contact with somebody who tries to have some sort of conversation with you, and they say something that sounds like it's an attack, but it's really their way of flirting. So be mindful of that. I don't know if I'm not getting any malice, but I am getting like they got jumbled over their words or something, and it just sounded like very aggressive. Or maybe this could be your energy too, where like you were trying to say something and you ended up coming off way harsher than you originally intended. And so I do see some sort of confusion, conflict happening. So just be very, 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 very careful with how you're giving and receiving information this month, Virgos, because although I do not think it is an inherently bad thing, like I don't think that you're going to lose a friendship or let go of a relationship, but I just see there being hiccups, particularly this month with communication, with this things coming, you know what I heard? Just a little spicy. Like it's just a little sizzle on the tongue. Like it's just a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that's from you and the person that you're communicating with. So just again, before you say something, just think about it twice. Just make sure that you are doing your part to come across the best way that you can, making sure that your brain and your mouth and your words all line up so you're not causing unnecessary conflict. But some of it is going to be inevitable. I am getting that. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. There could be some sort of communication, yeah, with the underlying energy that leads to a feeling of isolation. But again, I do sense that if there is a break in communication with something or some sort of argument or misunderstanding, I do not think that it's the end of the world. I just think it's going to be one of those things that, oh, we need to cool off. Like, that wasn't what I was trying to say. You took it there. That wasn't what I meant, right? And we even have the Nine of Wands. Like I said, yeah. So there's there's a defensive energy. That's not what I was trying to say. You took it there. That's cool. I'm going to leave it there. Let's let it sit for a little bit, and then we can come back and address it later. Yeah, that's really strongly coming through for you, Virgos. And it could be with a friend, too. It could be with somebody, like, it could be with a maternal figure, or it could just be with a girlfriend for the miscommunication. All right, so you have the World card here, clarifying the Five of Wands. Ooh. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, so this could be certainly like a work relationship. So it kind of goes both. It could, I'm trying to like synthesize like what it is that when I'm saying, I'm trying to bring it all together, because I think that it could be one and the same. I do think if you end up parting ways or leaving from your job, there is going to be some sort of friction before you leave. Maybe with somebody that you thought that you were cool with, they're going to say some things, but it's really just because they're sad that you're leaving. Yeah, I got that too. Somebody that you're really close to, particularly a female, particularly a divine feminine energy. Somebody who I'm honestly getting is probably older or more mature than you, who you've been cool with. They're going to say something while you're exiting that might rub you the wrong way, but it's because they miss you, and they already miss you before they left, and they're trying to like separate themselves. And I'm also getting a lot of Leo energy, so just be aware that they don't mean it. They're just sad that you're leaving. Like, they think that they're going to be very alone, and they want you to stay. With the Taurus and the Hierophant, like, they feel a very like warm affection towards you. They feel very loving towards you, and they just feel like you're just leaving them out in the cold, and so they might say something that they don't necessarily mean. So don't take it to heart, Virgo, is really what I'm getting, because you are headed towards a more stable future and a more stable beginning. Yeah, that's what I got. That is what I got. I'm going to pull from this deck to see if there are any more last minute messages that Spirit has for you before we get into the oracles. Are there any more last minute messages for Virgos, please, for November? Woo! The Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, okay? And I want to bet, yep, and I'm willing to bet that this is going to be a ending type spirit. Get out of your head, Virgos. Of course. So we do have the Eight of Swords here and the Four of Pentacles. So you're holding on to a lot of fears and insecurities. It is time to release them, my friend. It's time to release them and transform that. You are stepping into a way more stable place than you have been. And this is, honestly, in particular, it's emotionally. A lot of you guys are emotionally sound, okay, in this way, because you're not freaking out about every little detail. A lot of you guys are learning how to process and learning the art of letting go, and that transformative, life-changing, oh my gosh, Mercury retrograde is slaying me. This transformative new set of knowledge that you have about how to handle and conduct yourself throughout your life has really released a lot of energy that you kind of held on. A lot of you guys are feeling, I think a lot of you guys are feeling like anxiety lifting, things that would have really bothered you and worried you before. You're learning how to process it differently. You're not taking it as the end of the world. You're not crying doomsday, you know? And that's awesome. That's really awesome. Keep it up. Keep it up, because you'll have less wrinkles. You'll have your less wrinkles because you worry less. All right. So that is what I got for you, my sweet, sweet Virgos. Let's move into your oracles. And if you would like a personal reading with me, guys, please shoot me an email. That's going to be in the description box below. I am doing donation-based reading, and so the general giving rule is about $25 for 15 minutes if you're interested in that. But of course, if you can't and you're just looking for some quick clarity, please hit me up too, and we can try to work something out. But yeah, and follow me on Instagram, the Wicked Witch of the West with 3 eyes, guys. And so yeah, please follow me over there, and thank you so much for your continued support and your patience. New life. New life came and flipped out. I love it. And that's exactly what's happening. There's a new beginning that's coming in for you, Virgos. And that is what we've all been waiting for. Right? And so I think that it starts with the death, the death card, the Scorpio season, the transformation, the death, the rebirth, the new beginnings. All of this stuff is wrapped up in, and a lot of it's coming from new work. For some of you guys, it is love offers, some from the past, some from the future. I just see it coming in from every which way. Now, I don't really see you, if you do decide to like commit to somebody, it would definitely be more of that King of Wands energy. It'll be somebody very action oriented, somebody who is very much an entrepreneur, a hustler, somebody well known, all right, who's very dominant in their career. If you do decide to settle with these people that are coming in, but for for some of you guys, I just heard flies, flies buzzing around. Virgo, please. And we have, haha, I love it. You are good enough. And there you go with the full moon in Virgo. That's what I'm saying. Full moon and full of yourself. I love it. You're good enough. You deserve everything that's coming your way. Okay? You deserve everything that is coming your way. Nothing is too good for you. Okay? You deserve all of it. You've worked hard for it. You've waited. You know, patience. You know, we can go back and forth, Virgo, about being patient, but I do feel that you were as patient as one possibly could be through this process in transformation, and I do feel like it's ending. I feel like you're going to be on a way more solid foot than you feel like you had been going and entering into 2020, and I'm excited for you. Ooh, a lot. All right, so I'm going to start with Owl Magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. Excuse me. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let go of the past and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. All right, and owls are also about being wise, and so just knowing how to make wise choices. And like I said, there's just this, for any of these conflicts that come up in this era, Virgo, you are the higher vibrating individual, if that makes sense. And the reason I'm saying that is because you're expected to do better, just because you're seeing more. You're not coming from like you have a way broader perspective than the person that you're dealing with, and I feel like you know that it's just gonna be, you can't flex it though, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be like, I'm better off than you. It's just like, it's one of those things where like, I'm just gonna bite my tongue because I know if I tried to have this conversation, you wouldn't understand what it is that I'm saying. So I'm just gonna let this one rock because it really doesn't mean anything to me. You have like this omnipresent, you have the vision. My words are so difficult today, but like, you have the vision. All right, so we have Wolf, Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. There we go again. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. All right, and I just heard compassion. Just be compassionate towards those who are causing conflicts out of jealousy and just low vibration. Okay, and we have Dear, love. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. And honestly, if I had to associate a Virgo with any card in this deck, it would be this Dear card. I really feel like Virgos are so full of love, so full of nature, so full of beauty, just natural beauty, and work so hard to preserve it in every way. And I think that that's where the that's where the perfection comes out in Virgo. And I think I just think that it's a super beautiful thing, but I think that it's also time to express it and share it and reap the benefits of your work. If you've been this loving, caring, generous person and the universe starts to show you that in return, all you can do is say thank you instead of questioning it, okay? Nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments, all right, with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. All right, and it's so funny because I was making fun of my Virgo mother and I was calling her Ed Stark because of like the nobility. Because I was just like, you're so noble, like you're so good. So that's what I'm saying. You guys are so good. Like you want to do right by everyone and do everything, okay? Humpback whale singers, sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul, guys, okay? So quite a few animal messages. That's more than normal, but I take these, as anybody knows, these are my favorite cards. So I take them very seriously, guys. So yes, awesome Virgos. Good luck in November. Just remember that you are the noble one. You are the person who has to assert reason, law, and order for those around you. Make sure that you think about everything twice. And yeah, just reap the rewards of your hard labor and work, guys. And thank you so much for your patience. Please do not forget to hit me up for a personal reading. And peace until next time.